Top of the hour. We're going to do 2-minute countdown with I'm From. Right. You guys, let's do a little bit of vamping just for about a minute. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sounds good. Tonight, we begin with a Hollywood Zen koan. How will I know if what all Frankie Valli really needed to do was to make an appointment with an eye doctor? How will I know?
take my eyes off of you, you'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much, as long as love has arrived. And I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Caught in the way that I stare, there's nothing else to compare. The sight of you leaves me weak. There are no words left to speak. But if you feel like I feel, please let me know that it's real. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to warm my lonely night. I love you, baby. Trust in me when I say, oh, pretty baby, don't bring me down, I pray, oh, pretty baby. Now that I've found you, stay and let me love you, baby. Let me love you. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. At long last love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You're just too good to be true.
Yes. Nice. Nice. Thank you, folks. Welcome to episode 34, live-ish from SpragueLand. How Will I Know was a big hit for Whitney Houston, so tonight we'll feature some of her music, jazzified Whitney. We started out with a Frankie Valli classic, Can't Take My Eyes Off of You. And that was the reason for the Zen koan at the top of the show. I don't know if the koan makes any sense or is solvable, but at least it rolls off the tongue easily. Not really, actually. I rehearsed it a bunch, and it was actually capturing on my tongue and being a disaster. So I think I pulled it off. Cool. Hey, let me tell you who's in the band. Up on drums, out in the drum booth about 20 feet that way, is Duncan Moore on drums. Straight up above is Mackenzie Layton playing the bass. About 30 feet over to my right in a small little room is my brother Trip Sprague playing saxophone, flute, and soprano sax. Trip Sprague. Rebecca Jade, we're so happy to have her. She's in the big room all by herself.
Got all the room.
And folks, we have a piano player that we haven't connected with in a long time, and he just came on the last moment to join us. Alan Eicher on piano, ladies and gents. And we so appreciate, we sent him the music a couple of days ago, and the dude came and just shredded. So we're so happy. Super good. Hey, we're going to check in with my wife, Stephanie. She works, she mans the chat, and a lot of times folks write in and say how the sound is, because sometimes we want to know. So Stephanie, news there?
Hi, everybody. I have not heard anything
Okay.
about the sound, so I think that's good. Although someone mentioned that you have reverb when you talk, so you might want to explain that.
Yeah, okay. Yes, I'm sorry that I have reverb when I talk. What it is, it sounds really good when I play the guitar. Reverb is just like heaven. It's not the best when I talk, but there's a whole bunch of buttons that I'd have to push to pull it off. And I have a lot going on. I'm mixing and I'm playing and I'm emceeing. So I found that I at one time attempted it, and half the time I just would blow it. So live at SpragueLand version 2 someday we'll have a mixing guy, and we'll have that solved. Hey, I want to tell you, Stephanie's here. Also, our friend Digital Brian, who hails from Palm Springs, is here in the house. And he's been
back in the saddle.
He's been phoning it in for the last couple episodes, so it was really nice that he made it out, and we've got some cool stuff coming up with him. And then just a handout to our switcher. That's Steve Grant, switching and making it all happen. All right, well, let's play some more music. That was Frankie Valli. Next is Pat Metheny. This is called Spring Ain't Here.
It's more than just a part of my world. Daylight fades to gray. It's slipping away. I lost my inspiration. If I only could compose the phrase, I would say I'm sorry.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to check in with Steph and if there's anything to report from the chat. What's the news, Steph?
We've got a well-represented audience from different parts of the country, including as well as local, Encinitas, San Diego,
Nice.
Carlsbad. Yeah, very nice. And
Is Gary Schaefer in some part?
he's out of town, but he's checking in from Houston today.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great. And I just want to say what a beautiful solo that was that Mac did.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Mac
Beautiful.
Man. Yeah.
And piano solo was nice too.
Pretty
Yes.
darn
Yeah.
nice.
Everybody.
So I don't know if Brian wants to add anything about the variety of.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, switch it over, Steve, if you got a chance. I don't want to put you on the spot, but yeah, we've got some people. Shar Dyer again out in Kauai tonight. Hey, Shar, how's it going? Gary Schaefer backing us up in Houston. We have a couple of people that were said they were from VC, so they ended up. One person said they were from a nearby island, so they ended up. I placed them on Long Island. But I think he actually meant Coronado Island.
That's Mac's hometown.
Yeah,
That's probably his parents.
Probably, okay. And then we have let's see if I get the pronunciation right. Julio Cesar from Brazil is there.
Love it.
We have another person from Australia, and I'm asking him if he'll put his name back in again because I kind of missed that one. I saw, there's all those bugs in this app. But the everything looks good.
By the way, ladies and gents, he designed the app. So
it still lives on. But anyway, it's a good following, a good contingent, and thanks people again for putting your names in, and we'll check back in a little bit later again.
Neat.
Yeah.
Hey, Rebecca.
Yes.
So we've had a great run with our Planet Cole Porter record. We did a record a bunch of years ago now, right, Rebecca?
Yeah.
How many?
Gosh.
Are you very good at that?
No, not really. But I would speculate around 2018, 17, 18, somewhere.
Yeah. Can you do the math? How much is that? How many years ago is that from now?
Gosh, 5 to 6 years ago.
So Trips Rap is whatever 6 years you think, double it.
That's good. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, so we did this record, and Rebecca and I teamed up, and it was all Cole Porter music called Planet Cole Porter, and it was a great experience. I think it came out really good. The record did well. What did it win?
It won Best Jazz Album for the San Diego Music Awards.
Yeah, which
so,
you've won a ton.
Yeah.
Apart from that, you kind of
a
won
couple of them.
Artist of the Year last year.
I did, yeah. That was, I think, 2 years ago now. But yes, I did get Artist of the Year. And I won one the last year.
For your new record?
My new record, yeah.
Tell folks quickly about that, because
Sure, about the
record.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Excited about it. I did a whole album that I wrote. I wrote all the lyrics for. I had never done that before, so I'm really proud of that album. And my first 2 singles actually did chart on the Billboard Smooth Jazz charts, so that's pretty cool. Learning that whole world of radio promotion and kind of
crookedry.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. All the learning and kind of doing it yourself.
I
I'm not
know.
signed with a label or anything, so I've been just figuring it out and getting a lot of insight from friends and people already in the industry that have been doing it. So it's been really great. It's been a wonderful learning experience, and it's been good.
Yeah, great, Rebecca. All right, well, so let's do it, folks. This is the title cut from the record Planet Cole Porter. It's a little hip-hoppy piece of mine called Planet Cole Porter that blends into Cole Porter's famous song called Just One of Those Things. Pretty fun. Here it is.
My story is much too
Dorothy Parker once said to her boyfriend, fare thee well, as Columbus announced when he knew he was bound. It was swell, Isabel, swell, as Abelard said to Eloise, don't forget to drop a line to me, please. As Juliet cried in her Romeo's ear, Romeo, why not face the fact, my dear? Just one of those things, just one of those crazy flings, one of those bells that now and then rings, just one of those things. It was just one of those nights, just one of those fabulous flights, a trip to the moon on gossamer wings, just one of those things. If we thought a bit of the end of it when we started painting the town, we'd have been aware that our love affair was too hot not to cool down. So goodbye, dear, and amen. Dear, hoping we meet now and then. It was great fun, but it was just one of those things. we'd have been aware that our love affair was too hot not to cool down. So goodbye, dear, and amen. Here's hoping we meet now and then. It was great fun, but it was just one of those things. It was great fun, hate to say goodbye. I am on the run, Bella, please don't cry. It was just one of those things. It was just one of those things. It was great fun, but it's just one of those things.
That was fun, man.
Man, I don't know if that's what Cole Porter was thinking about.
That is very true. In fact, I'm awaiting a notice in the mail from his people.
Cease and desist.
Cease and desist order for he'd okay this beautiful guitar tone, but this. But I love it. All right.
I have an
Steph.
interjection.
Yes.
Well, you took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say, Peter's having a lot of fun out there.
I was,
That's
man.
great.
I just love what it is, folks. The regular tone on the guitar is so pretty, but there's not the sustain. You hit a note and it's kind of gone, but when you kick in this magic button, and then listen to that feedback there, and then you can talk into it. Hey! There's so much you can do with distortion.
And it goes to 11.
Who is that just said that?
Drum from the drum set.
But it sounded like it was from England.
Well, I've dabbled there a bit.
Oh, beautiful, guys.
Peter, I heard we got some feedback saying that they'd like to hear Rebecca up a little bit.
Okay, good.
And want to give a shout out hi to Michelle Edwards from Hawaii also.
Nice. Michelle, Trip was just there.
Yeah.
Trip
A
was
couple of weeks ago, yeah.
And I guess Ronnie from Kapa'a, lots of
Hawaiian.
Kauai people.
Kauai
Nice.
people.
Yeah.
Nice.
We got to go on a tour.
Yes.
Take this band on the tour. We'd be sure to lose some money, but have a ball. Let me tell you about the tip jar. We play for the goodness of music, but we also love that people have been tipping us through the course of this is the 34th episode, and it's always worked out some magical way. People tip, and is there the tip? Yes, there's information down below, and that'll also show up at the end of the gig. And there's QR codes. We do Venmo, snail mail, believe it or not, it's a big hit with us oldsters, maybe, that don't trust the Facebook or the internet.
You got to put a the ahead of it.
I know. Zelle also works, PayPal, so we'll come back to that, but it's been so nice. What we do is we kind of pick a theme, we rehearse, we get together, we rehearsed again today, so second rehearsal, and then we had food on the deck. It was really awesome. Pizza from Lucadia Pizza. We're hoping to get an endorsement with Lucadia Pizzeria.
That would be awesome.
Wouldn't it?
Yes.
That and Apple computers.
Yes.
Oh, well, someday. Okay, so the new stuff that we've added to the repertoire this week, we've added a couple of Whitney Houston songs. Rebecca and I are probably the whole band are big fans of Whitney. She was just an amazing singer, great pop tunes, and we're kind of making them a little bit more jazzy, and hopefully we didn't ruin them, but I think they're pretty cool. The first one is called I Have Nothing, and she did a movie with Kevin Costner called The Bodyguard, which I loved, and where she's like plays the role of kind of like who she is, super famous singer that needs a bodyguard and then falls in love with the bodyguard and creates some great songs in the interim, but also lots of drama, of course, or else it wouldn't be a movie.
Gotta cut the drama.
This is called I Have Nothing. Hey, Dunk, do you remember you transcribed this years ago? Do you remember that? Yeah, you and I, back in the Delmar House days.
I have no memory of that, amazingly enough.
It was funny because I went and dug out the original chart, and it was in your computermanship.
Was I right?
Yes, you had great ears. You knew all about.
He still does.
I'm glad you like them.
Okay, let's do it. So, Dunk, you got the tempo for us?
Share my life, take me for what I am, 'cause I'll never change all my colors for you. Take my love, I'll never ask for too much, just all that you are and everything that you do. I don't really need to look very much further. I don't wanna have to go where you don't follow. I won't hold it back again. This passion inside can't run from myself. There's nowhere to hide. Don't make me close one more door. I don't wanna hurt anymore. Stay in my arms if you dare, or must I imagine you there? Don't walk away from me. I have nothing, nothing, nothing if I don't have you. You see through right to the heart of me. You break down my walls with the strength of your love. Oh, I never knew love like I've known it with you. Will a memory survive? One I can hold on to. I don't really need to look
Wow. Keep that clapping going for Rebecca, man. Oh, that is so pretty.
She kind of brought Whitney into the room.
Yeah. Did you listen to Whitney growing up?
Oh man, a lot. She was probably one of my biggest influences for sure.
Yes. Wow. That was incredible. That was really neat. That's kind of the first time we really got to hear it because we were just pulling together nuts and bolts, and that was really great. All right, we got a Beatles tune to break it up. This is Day Tripper.
Beatles.
Yes. Duncan, you count it off and put some spice into it if you can. Some spice? In the way you count it off.
Don't play it too fast, though.
Work that, man. Work it.
I'm just going to do this for a while.
So we get it settled in.
It's starting to feel good.
Yeah.
1, 2,
3. Got a good reason for taking the easy way out. Got a good reason taking the easy way out now. She was a day tripper, one-way ticket, yeah. It took me so long to find out. I found out, hey. She's a big teaser, taking me half the way there. She's a big teaser, taking me half the way there now. She was a day tripper, one-way ticket, yeah. It took me so long to find out. I found out she's a day tripper. Baby, stop tripping on me. She's a day tripper. Honey, stop pulling me close just to let me break down. Day tripper, I'm headed up. You bring me back down to earth. You're taking me for a ride. She's a day tripper, yeah, tripper, Here I go. Day tripper, I'm heading up. You bring me down to earth. You're taking me for a ride. She's a day tripper, yeah, tripper,
Yeah, yes indeed. Day tripper. All right, folks. Hey, is anything going on? Should we check in for a sec?
I'm just going to refer right to Brian here.
Good.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
so Digital Brian, ladies and gents, this dude has a computer job in the day working for the big man, actually. But his real passion is research and development in music. So we turn you over to Digital
Indeed.
Brian.
Let's flip it over, Steve. Thank you very much. Yes, okay. Yeah, so good evening again, people. It's a little bit warm here in Leucadia. I don't know how it is where you guys are, but we're doing fine. It's summer and life is good. So tonight we're going to talk a little bit about Whitney Houston, a little bit about her background and her catalog, and a little bit about her legacy. And I called this segment, Didn't She Almost Have It All? Because really she did. I mean, as an artist, as a person, her history, you'll find out in a few minutes. But let's move right into it. Rolling Stone magazine listed Whitney Houston the second most significant vocalist of all time. And I referred to that as she's a shooting star. So let's take a look at some of her background. Well, her mother was Sissy Houston, and she was pretty much a powerhouse New Jersey gospel singer herself. And she was kind of brought up within the Baptist church, and that's where she learned her skills. And here's just a short list of artists that she worked for. And there's a couple of There's also Bette Midler, Diana Ross, Elvis Presley, a number of different people there. Moving ahead, a number of different people with David Bowie with Young Americans was another one that was a big hit. She was a young American. Linda Ross said, Donny Hathaway, even Jimi Hendrix, if you can believe that, Beyonce, Carly Simon, John Prine, just so it goes on and on. So anyway, Sissy had some good background in terms of what she was doing. Now, if you take a look, moving ahead, she actually started out in a group called the Drink Hard Sisters, and it's just like it sounds, Drink Hard. That was her actual maiden name. And so all of her sisters were in the group, but if you take a look at this picture a little bit closer, the two brothers are in there as well. So they ended up renaming the group the Drink Hard Singers at one point in time.
Good move.
And so she was actually the eighth person in her family, eighth child. And moving ahead, here's a little bit of what they sounded like at that point in time. And then here again, so later on, they actually formed the Sweet Inspirations, is what Sissy started singing with. And the Sweet Inspirations, here's one of their album covers from back in the 60s. But later on, they actually worked for Elvis. And they were background singers for Elvis when he was playing at the International Hotel in Vegas, which later became the Hilton. And again, I'm hoping that you can hear some of these sound clips. I'm not certain if you can. But moving ahead then, her actual first cousin was Dionne Warwick. So again, you have another real powerhouse singer, and she did a number of different tunes, one with the Bee Gees. She did a lot of those with Burt Bacharach and Hal David. Just the kind of tunes that she rolled out were pretty extensive in the late 60s and early 70s. And yet another cousin that she had was Dee Dee Warwick, which was another, obviously the sister of Dionne Warwick. So what I'm trying to get is there's a lot of background with powerhouse vocalists within the family. And here's another little clip from Dee Dee Warwick, hoping again that you hear that. Aretha Franklin was her godmother. So pretty much when I said before, Rolling Stone said that she was the second most important vocalist of all time, Aretha was number one, as one might expect. And so these are the people that she learned her craft. So let's move ahead and look at what she did. Well, she didn't really start out with singing. Actually, she started out modeling. So she modeled for 17 magazine, a number of different magazine covers. She was actually following her mother into New York City at the time, going to some of her singing gigs. And somebody's, said, hey, she has the right looks for modeling. So she started doing that. But Sissy knew that her real talent was actually singing. So she was going to nurture that. So later she moved on. She found Clive Davis. Clive Davis said, we're going to make you a powerhouse singer. He didn't want to get into the actual creation of the music in terms of writing and arranging. He just wanted to make her the next Ella Fitzgerald, was his vision for her. So they headed into the studio to record a number of different albums. And yes, at that time they were albums. So here's my legend that I use for the kind of coming slides here. So the number ones are actually in blue, and the top 40 with their position are in yellow. And you can see this first album out of the gate sold 23 million copies, which is pretty impressive in '85. So then moving on to the next one, here's another little clip. Moving on to the next album, you can see that, okay, so her second album, she's up to 20 million sales with that album, and she has 4 #1 hits out of that one. And again, here's a little clip, which I hope you can hear. And then the next one, she actually had 10 million in sales, so we're doing pretty well. And again, she has 2 #1s, moving along with the I'm Your Baby Tonight. Got a little bit more of the kind of the Michael Jackson vibe in this album. Then moving on, this is the big one, The Bodyguard. The album soundtrack for that album did 45 million sales with I Will Always Love You, which was, again, with David Foster doing the producing on that. And so that album and movie were actually really big hits, right? So here's another little clip on that. Then Waiting to Exhale came along, and this was another movie that did fairly well. The soundtrack did well. And moving ahead, she had a number of different other ones. Slowly started to tail down on the number of tunes. The Whitney Houston, My Love Is Your Love, did really well. She had 5 in the top 40 on that. And then she started to do a number of other different things. She did a Christmas album. She did the Whitney Houston, I Look to You. And another big actual single at the time was the Star Spangled Banner, when she sang that for the Super Bowl XXV opener, which was pretty fascinating. If you ever get a chance, go up on YouTube and watch her. She's just a powerhouse vocalist. So the movies, just in one slide, she put out 8 movies, and I would say the first one was really a stellar movie. The other movies, I've watched 2 or 3 of those, but the last movie, I think you should check out that 2022 one, which is the I Want to Dance, it's a documentary, but it's really done well and kind of really puts her life in perspective, what she did, and how she took it to the level that she did. And it was just fascinating. So there you have it. From '63 to 2012, tonight we focused on her musical contributions and artistry, and I would say that her melisma, a lot of vocalists picked up on that, and that's what really rings true with a lot of vocalists in this day and age.
Hey, just let me interject one thing. Maybe can you give an example of what melisma sounds like? And I'm kidding.
You better not.
but
Rebecca, can you?
But Rebecca, give us some melisma, Rebecca, if you would.
What is melisma?
Yeah. Do you know, Rebecca?
I can Google search it if you give me 5 seconds.
Okay, you do that.
No. Yeah. Well, what do you think it is, Trip?
I have no idea.
I think it's. Do you know, Mac?
Yeah, it's when. Hold on.
Yeah.
He's gonna sing.
It's when you're singing one word and putting a lot of notes to it. It's on one syllable and you add a melody.
Like
moving
scatting.
melody on one syllable.
Like scatting or something. Well,
Think of when somebody sings the Star Spangled Banner and they put all their interpretation on it.
Yeah, they're special sauce.
Nice.
Oh, I'm okay. Anyway, I thought that was kind of.
what does Rebecca call that?
We call it runs,
Right. Okay.
Okay,
I think.
there you have it.
But Rebecca, you do it automatically.
Yeah, well, I think Brian has a good point though of it. She was such an influence on so many singers that I know personally, I tried to emulate her. I wanted to sound like her, so I would practice her runs, and she was incredible. One of the clearest, crystal clear voices.
One of the things I loved about Whitney was that she would do that, but she didn't overdo it.
Right, right.
There
I
are
agree.
singers out there who just every note is like,
To the stars. Yeah. Good point, Dunk.
And that's one of the things
Thank
I
you.
like Rebecca too, because she's
Yes.
got beautiful embellishments, but she never overdoes it.
Yeah, I hope you heard that.
Thanks.
That's Steve, Switcher Steve, and Rebecca is just the hero of music.
Thanks, Steve.
Brian, are you still?
So that's it. That's
Okay.
it for the. Yeah, thank you.
How
very
about a
much.
hand for
Yeah,
Brian,
yeah.
you guys?
Okay.
Nice. Well, while we're in the mode of Whitney, let's do Whitney's "How Will I Know."
Cool.
Let's just jump to that. I think that would be really cool. So this is not from the Bodyguard. This is from another record. I think the very first record, actually.
I think so.
Let me make sure I'm in tune still.
While you're tuning, I want to give a shout out. My uncle is tuned in from Albany, New York.
Oh,
Hi, Uncle Roger.
wow.
And hopefully Aunt Carol's listening too, and my cousin Lydia. I just want to say a shout out to my East Coast family.
Good for you.
Yay.
And so they're up late.
Yes, just for us.
That's
So,
amazing.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's give them some How Will I Know. Okay, Dunk, you have it for us? Okay.
There's a boy I know, he's the one I dream of. Looks into my eyes
Ellen, you and I trade 8. Yeah, folks. That worked out. Mac, man. Mac on fire.
Yeah, he was.
My peg slipped about halfway through.
Did it?
Oh, no.
Did that make it hard to play fast like
Yeah,
that?
but it made it a better show for the audience.
Good man. All right. Hey, we have a couple more songs to do, but we're going to do right now. We give away a prize. It's a little contest. The prize, Brian found this Whitney Houston T-shirt, brand new, and it could be kind of big. So maybe a fellow will win it, but if a woman wins it, I'm told you can just shrink it down, right?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'll give directions on how to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how does the quiz go, Brian?
Okay. All right. Well, you heard it. It's that time again. It is quiz time, so let's dig right into it. This week, okay, so Whitney Houston signed a worldwide record deal with Clive Davis and Arista Records on April 10th, 1983. So our question is, take a good look at that. So the question is, what was Whitney's first TV appearance following that signing?
Sure.
Okay, so there it is. Go ahead and put your thinking caps on. We'll be back in a little bit. May the speediest digital assistant win. Now, I wanted to, like Peter was saying, okay, what we have is a universal fit t-shirt here. So here you can see, now what you're going to get this large wear as is. So if you're a large size, you're all set to go. You're good to go.
And never wash it then.
Yeah, but now if you need a medium, I'm recommending you go ahead and put it in a wash, put it in a dryer cycle one time, crank it on hot, and you'll probably get a medium on it. Now, if you need it small, you're going to have to go 2 cycles on a dryer. So wet it twice, go through the thing, and you're going to have a small. Now, if you need a bigger size, here's where it gets a little bit tricky. So I'm recommending you stretch the thing over a lawn chair or a garbage pail out back, and you'll get this thing to the extra large size. So there you go, universal fit. You're going to win this thing. Come on. Think hard. All right.
Right.
Put your thinking caps on. Let's go for it.
We'll come to the winner after this next song. Check this out.
Yes, I'll tell you something. I think you'll understand when I say that something. I want to hold your hand. I want to hold your hand. I want to hold your hand. Oh, please say to me, you want to be my man, and please say to me, you'll let me hold your hand. Now let me hold your hand. I want to hold your hand. And when I touch you, I feel happy inside. It's such a feeling that my love I can't hide. I can't hide. I can't hide you. God, that's something I think you'll understand when I feel that something. I want to hold your hand. I want to hold your hand. Please let me hold your hand. I want to hold your hand. I
Yeah, Rebecca.
I so love that rendition.
That is so fun. The Beatles always. Okay, so we've got a hopefully a winner. Brian, what's up?
We have a lot of funny responses. Mindy says "As the World Turns," but I don't think that was it. Somebody else was saying that it could be the Johnny Carson show, but no, that wasn't it. Somebody said "Laugh In." No, that wasn't it. So I don't think we have a winner here. Oh, hold on a second. We got a late comer here. James McLean.
Oh, good, James McLean.
James McLean, here we go. Let's bring it on. James, okay, again, here was the question for those who missed it the first time around. And the answer was the Merv Griffin Show, April 29, 1983. And for those who remember Merv Griffin, here's a younger version of himself. And so, Peter, did you ever watch that show?
I did watch it, ladies and
Really?
gents. And,
Wow.
and Google it, and it's worth seeing. Whitney starts out she's pretty young and sort of timid, and by the end it's just off the Richter. It's a great clip, so I really urge people to see that.
Excellent, excellent. So we do have a
Okay,
winner.
so James McLean. James, you have my email address. Just send me your address and we will get it in the mail. And then what would be cool is if you put the shirt on, make sure you follow Brian's fitting instructions, and then send a picture to us, and maybe next time we'll on the show we'll show you a picture of you in your winning shirt.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay.
Excellent.
I know James, and I would guess, he's probably between a medium and a large somewhere.
Then I think he's not going to have to get into Brian's.
Yeah, no
intensities.
garbage pail.
All right, folks, we have one more song for you. This is one of the neat, cool songs from our Planet Cole Porter record. This is called "Love for Sale," and this one's got some fancy footwork. So dig this, ladies and gents. "Love for Sale."
When the only sound in the empty street is the heavy tread of the heavy feet that belong to a lonesome car, I open shy. When the moon so long has been gazing down on the wayward ways of this wayward young love for sale. Love that's fresh and still unspoiled. Love that's only slightly soiled. Love for sale. Will buy. Who would like to sample my supply? Who's prepared to pay the price?
Yes. Ladies and gents, Rebecca Jade on the vocals. Rebecca Jade. Duncan Moore on the drums. Duncan. Mackenzie Layton upstairs on the low end bass. Brother Tripp playing sax, flute, and soprano sax. Special guest Alan Eicher or Free Shrednoy. Thank you so much, Alan. And what great players, devoted musicians. We're luckily playing another gig. After working on all this music, we're going to play a gig in a couple of days at the Botanic Garden in Leucadia, but it's sold out. So hopefully you didn't. I don't know. That was weird. Why did I bring that up? That was weird.
Well, we get to do the music again. So
yeah, we get to. That's the point. I lost my train of thought.
Well, also, if people show up and want tickets there, they said it's sold out, and there was a live stream 2 nights ago.
To rub it in?
That'll help, yeah.
Ladies and gents, we play for tips. We'd love you to free up some of that hard-earned cold cash that you have and blend it into our little world over here. Lots of methods. The graphic that shows how to pull that off is going to be left up for a while after the stream stops. So get out your QR code readers and make us happy, folks. Thanks so much. Let's give a hand for the whole crew. Digital Brian, Research and Development, Palm Springs devotee, my wife, the lovely wife, Stephanie Flory, working the chat, taking care of us great musicians, keeping the inspiration high. Steve the Switcher.
Switcher Steve.
Switcher Steve. Hey, Steve, do you like that name, Switcher Steve?
Sure, why not?
I like it. Okay, so that's your name from now on, Switcher Steve.
I'll take it.
Okay, folks, that's it. We'll do another show maybe in August, for sure in September. We might take a summer vacation. We'll see how it plays out, but there's always more music, and we really appreciate you hanging with us. All right, we're going to turn on the air condition and live it up over here. Thank you, folks. See you next time. Keep the sky in your head.